Hello and welcome to Lloyd South Lakes BMW. Today we have this X5 M Sport. This car is finished off in Tanzanite blue metallic and is a September 2020 registered vehicle. Some fantastic options selected over the standard specification of this car, which I will run through with you now. Setting off the front of the car, we've got the high gloss shadowline finish. That gives us the black grills. It ties in very nice into the M Sport bumper. That moves round to the BMW Laser Lights. So it's a full LED system with the laser added on as well. So for the main beam, you have a laser system which basically doubles the intensity to a standard bi-LED setup. So that's about a 500 meter range on it, and it is phenomenal really, the clarity and the depth of light you have at night with this system. That also links in as well to the high beam assistance. That's where the car will actually automatically raise and lower the main beam based on what's going on around it at night, the traffic. You can actually create boxes of light around vehicles. Yet again, just a phenomenal system. This car is running the 21-inch M-Light alloy wheel. We have this bi-colour finish to them, so we've got this diamond cut front with a darker grey inlay. And it really does set off the M's brake calipers there, the M Sport braking system, the operated calipers for this car. X5 standard is also on air suspension on the front and the rear, so I've got it currently set in its lower setting. On the video finishes, I'll raise it up so you can see it also on the higher settings. 5 settings with 20mm increments running through that system. Moving around the car, this car's also got the rear sun protection glass. That's the rear tinted windows. Also adds an element of privacy for the rear of the car, and there is a UV element there as well. So it does help keep the cabin a bit cooler on the hot days and protect the passengers from some of those harmful UV rays. Power tailgate as standard on the X5, that can be operated via the key. And we also have this split folding tailgate on the X5. You also have the option to lower the air suspension as well from the rear of the car, if you haven't done so whilst getting out. Look, if it pulls out the way, this car actually has a luggage protector in there as well. And below that, some very handy, useful storage underneath. And also a section here as well to put in the load cover, so if you have got a large item you need to fit in the boot, you can actually stow that away in the vehicle, drop the rear seats down, and you've got some fantastic capacity there. Those rear seats can actually be operated by 2 levers, one on either side, which will drop them down, so that can all be done from the rear of the car. What we also have in this vehicle as well is the electric folding tow bar. So a little button there, and the system itself will swing out and pop it there. Also has the electric adapter built into it as well, so a very neat system. We just push that button again. And it will disappear like so. Moving around to the rear of the car. Got the black Vanascan leather running throughout this vehicle with some lovely contrast stitching. Also some nice perforated sections as well running through the seats, doing some details off. Talk about details. We also have the M seat belts, so the M stitching across all 5 seat belts in the car. The passengers also has some ventilation controls there, temperature and airflow. There's also a 12-volt socket down lower down for charging mobile devices. Moving to the front of the vehicle. See some of those details on the door car as well, that contrasting grey stitching. So it runs up to the window controls, mirror controls. You also have the memory functionality as well for the seats built in here, 2-stage. That will also remember things like the mirror setup and also the electric adjustable steering wheel. And this vehicle also has the fantastic Harman Kardon Dolby 7 surround sound hi-fi system. Electric seats stand on the X5. Side bolster support there, that controls the lower bass, and backrest there as well. Obviously the beautiful M Sport seats as well, loads of side bolster support. It's that lovely perforation again running through the central part of the seat, and that stitching detail as well. Right, stepping into the X5. Start the car up, fires everything into life. We've got the latest BMW Live Cockpit Professional here. The central, fully digital dashboard. Very configurable, very easy to set it up, giving the information that you want to see. This car also benefits from having as well the head-up display. Hopefully, there we go, get into focus there. So we are currently showing, we have the speed on the right and the speed limit on the left. This car also has a speed limit display. That's a system where we'll actually use a camera in the rearview mirror as well as the satellite navigation to read road signs and actually tell you the actual speed limit of the current road. Fantastic system, just keeping you safe, let you know what's going on. Moving across, the latest OS 7 operating system. Got these different pages we can scroll through and toggle through to give us different information, relevant information that you want to know. Full touchscreen system, as you can see I'm using now, very easy to use as while parked or from a passenger point of view. That map will then enlarge and fill up the almost entirety of the screen. And we also have voice activation on this vehicle, along with the iDrive dial, gesture controls, lots of different ways to interact with the technology in this vehicle. Full dual zone climate control is standard. We've got the heated front seats there. We've also got all the audio options there down the left. Soft touch slides out the way, additional USB port, a wireless charging pad up here on the left hand side. Obviously cup holders there next to that 12 volt socket. Like I said, try and trust the iDrive dial. We've got the adjustable air suspension here. So I'm just going to move that up now to the highest setting when we get out. Full auto hold system with a hill descent. This car's also got the adaptive air suspension as well, so that'll adapt to how you're driving, not only the suspension but with throttle response, steering input, depending on how you're driving the car. Fantastic options as well. We've got the full Parking Assistant Plus, gives us amazing 360-degree view. In the auto mode as it is in now, as you're getting approaching something, whether the front or the rear, this camera position will swing around and move. It also gives you full parking assistant as well, so that means the car will parallel park and park into bays for you, and also reversing assistant. So a very trick system. Also zoom in on the tow hitch, give you an idea to help you when you're having to load up. Turn that down. Like I said, they've got the full parking mode, 3D view, so you can zoom around the car if you want, see different areas, and this also links with the BMW app as well, and you can have this same view via the app. Linked with that as well, we also have the new BMW Drive Recorder, so that's a sort of built-in dash cam for the car. Uses you can choose which cameras you want to use. Obviously, we've got the full 360, which you can record with. That's set up for if there's any accidents occur. The car also has a heated comfort package. What that gives you is we have a heated steering wheel, and we also have heated armrests. So that's on the door cards, both front passengers, and this heated central section as well. So supremely comfortable here in the winter, like I said, with the heated steering wheel, heated seats. But I'm sure your contact points are really nicely looked after. This car has 4,085 miles on it. It's been used by one of our managers here, so it'll be registered to ourselves. As I mentioned, it's a September 2020 vehicle. Some fantastic options in this car over the standard X5 specification. As we get out now, you can see the difference in the ride height there. As I said, it's got 5 increments from the lowest setting. 20mm increments can be raised by 80mm from its lowest sort of park setting. It does adjust manually, automatically as you're driving, so at higher speeds the car will actually automatically lower to make the car handle better at higher speeds, and a bit more air efficiency as well. Hope this video's been of use. Anything else we can do to help today, please do let us know, and one of our sales executives would be more than happy to help.